Here are my lovely drips. I did have the best of intention to scrape them off the next day, but months have passed and I need to get this piece ready to be hung, so it's sanding time. And I get my mouse sander out and I start with a 40 grit. And I just pop that onto the back of the sander. It's so easy, and if you haven't done this before, I want to just show you and encourage you to know this is just really easy. You just start by using this roughest grit, the 40 grit. Oh, I'm just trying to show you the time, but this part fails the whole way through because you can't even see my Fitbit. But I was just trying to show you how effortlessly easy it is and non-time consuming. You can just see that I'm literally just rubbing that sander over the resin edges, and I'm really not applying much force. If you add force, you're just using up extra energy, just can do it quite easily and catch the corner of the sander onto the raised edges, or the raised strips rather, and make them just whoosh away. And the 40 grit's the perfect one to start with because it just, see this one, it just flicks off and shaves away. And do that all the way around until the main big drips have disintegrated, not disintegrated, and gone. Oh, by the way, always wearing a face mask. Now I'm changing to 80 grit because I've got the biggest part of the drips gone and I want to start getting a smoother edge, really getting down into the resin to make a flush, clean finish. And once again, you see that I'm just letting that sander go around in little circles and sometimes in a shape like an infinity shape. I'm not really too sure why I keep pointing to that there. I'm just must be saying, look how easily it's coming off, and making sure that I use the same kind of application on all the areas so I don't get an uneven edge, because I have now moved into partially sanding some of the MDF, but still I'm getting most of that resin off, and it won't be long until I move again up my grit. And when I say up my grit level, 40 grit is really, really rough, like a really rough side of an emery board. 80 grit becomes finer, and I move up to 120 grit. And that's all I need for the back of a board that's going to be hung. If it was for something else and needed greater presentation, you can go all the way up to 3,000 grit, and that's what's used when you're polishing resin. Oh, I think I'll have a break because I'm just talking in circles now, watching my hand going around in circles. And yeah, I'm not going to stop talking, am I? And just really going over those edges evenly, making sure that I'm satisfied with the nice smooth finish. So I'll just stop talking for a minute. I really will stop talking for a minute. I'm going to. Here I go. I'm stopping now. It looks like ironing, doesn't it? It's the weirdest thing. And you know, what I love about this way of removing hard cured resin is just how easy it is. Oop, I'm often changing the mat to 120. And this is the final one. And it really just is probably more about presentation and smoothness, wanting to make sure that there's absolutely no possibility of anyone getting a splinter. But, the 80 grit was fine enough. It's possibly my own little perfectionism streak coming in. And in a moment, I pick up and show you that really nice finished end. And, just can't stop saying it over and over again. It's just such a fast, efficient way to clean the back of a board. And that was quite a big board. This video is on about ×3 speed at times, so it probably took me 15 minutes in all, and sometimes I can struggle with getting my taping off longer than that. Oh, ta-da! Look how beautiful that is. All right. I actually used my air gun to blow all of that sand, all of that dust off, and that was good too.